Okay. So this is a podcast.
Did you start recording
It's been recording.
this whole time? Kendall, restart.
I can always just cut it.
No, that's no fun. It has to be natural.
It is natural.
No, it's moments of darkness, of silence.
This is the first and only episode of Let's Have a Podcast, starring Kendall, Saadan, and Collin.
Oh, God. First and only, huh? Right off the bat, we're killing it. It's dead.
We're killing it.
Wow.
Saadan, how does it feel to be a college graduate?
Now I just feel like a failure because I don't have a job. But it was fun while it lasted. The honeymoon period was fun.
Yeah, I gotcha. Collin,
Yeah.
How does it feel to know that you're about to graduate?
It feels really good.
Nice.
I get to go out into the world and start a family and get a job. It's exciting.
How many kids do you want to have?
I have no idea.
If you can name a kid, any name, what would you name your boy or girl?
My plan is to name one of my children after a character in some of my favorite video games. So,
Like what?
Kratos.
I haven't decided yet. I need to find one that my future wife will not recognize as a total video game name.
Zelda.
I think it's too obvious.
Robin Williams did that.
Well, I'm sure his wife was okay with it.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, what's Robin Williams' kid name?
Zelda.
Oh.
He has a
I feel
girl.
like that could sound like an actual name, though.
Yeah, he has a girl named
Also,
Zelda.
I was hoping that this podcast would be my next job, but now that you've said it's over, then
Oof.
I don't have career opportunities, Kendall. I need this podcast.
Well, let's hope it hits off.
That's
Let's
true.
hope it really gets going. So, should we do the hot seat, boys?
Yeah.
Or we for like 5 minutes, we can ask each other any question that we want.
Okay.
What do you think, Collin?
Sure.
Collin, I knocked his little gun off your Fallout Boy, and I don't know how to put it back on.
It just sits
Is
there.
it supposed to come out?
Oh, it just sits there. I was about to say,
I
because
think he looked pretty worried about it.
yeah, I picked it up, and I bobbled his little blonde head, and then the gun just fell off. Anyway,
It's broken.
okay.
Yeah.
So, should we do 5 minutes? Or should we do longer? Should we do shorter?
I don't know. I don't have questions ready, so you gotta show me how it's done.
So,
We gotta do Collin first.
What? Why?
yeah, we could do Collin first.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess the criteria here is we can ask you any question,
Yeah.
and then you have to try and answer to the best of your ability.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Why?
I don't know. Is there a reason
So
people
why
like
did
their favorite colors?
Why did you choose it then?
I don't know.
It just popped in your
Why is your favorite color what it is?
I like green because it's just like it's natural. It's like nature. That's what I would say.
Why? What's your favorite color, Kendall?
Cyan. Like cyan blue. Because in Minecraft,
Oh god.
we would we would always we always chose that as our banners on our castles and stuff. It was a cyan blue, and it was so pretty, and so it's like a sentimental color.
I just like blue because it looks cool. I guess I don't really have a reason for my favorite color.
So like, if you could pick clothing, you would choose blue clothing.
I wear blue clothing all the time.
It's true.
So if you could go to a university, you would go to a blue.
I did go to a blue university.
Okay, nice. Wow.
What university is that?
It's Kansas University. University of Kansas.
Where?
In Lawrence, Kansas.
I've heard of that place.
Where we currently are.
It's true.
What's your social security number?
643.
Is that true? Does it start out like that?
It is not.
That's good.
Probably lower, wouldn't it? It'd start off with a 5.
Why?
I mean, right?
Why?
Wouldn't it?
No.
But why?
Well,
What's yours? Because yours is
Oh,
What's yours
Kendall.
I mean, I'm just assuming based on social security numbers that I know.
What social security numbers do you know?
Besides yours. Well, I guess you know your family. Now you're giving your
I don't know my
family's
family's.
security.
You know your family's social security
I
number?
know my sister's.
Why?
I don't know.
It's
It's
kinda
knowledge
weird.
I have.
Saadan, how does a social security number work for you?
I have one.
How did you get? Did you have to apply for a social, or how does that work?
When I applied for citizen, well, not me, my parents.
Apply
Okay.
for citizen,
When I
right?
became a citizen, I got a social. And it does not start with 5. Or does it?
Mine starts with a 5.
Oh my gosh.
It does start with that's
That's
why.
still like. I never thought about it.
Well,
Mine does
It
not.
should be a
Mine's later.
time frame, I'd imagine. Like people born
Okay,
within
we're
this
wasting
time.
the time that Collin needs to be asked important questions.
So
No, kind of want to know how social security numbers work.
That's not. That's true.
I am actually kind of
Wait.
curious now. So Colin, what's your favorite band?
I don't know. I like a lot of music. I don't know. I don't really
Name
listen to
several. Favorite
bands.
genre, favorite bands.
Post Malone's your guy, right?
I like Post Malone a lot. I like Eminem a lot.
What skin color are you, Colin?
I'm
Just so
white.
the audience can know.
I'm white.
Okay.
What does that do to anything?
I like Eminem and Post Malone.
What skin color are you?
I'm white.
Do you like Eminem, Post Malone, Sloan?
I do.
What skin color are you? I don't understand what we're
I'd
doing.
say chocolate brown. Well, I'm brown. I'm not. I don't know. Not chocolate brown, just brown.
Yeah, so what color do they go to? Kendall.
This is a diverse podcast. We have some.
Yeah,
some
it is
color.
diverse.
Yeah. It's a safe space, Colin.
So
I just don't know who my favorite band would be.
Well, you got Eminem,
Who-
Lil Dicky up there. I guess band.
yeah.
That's not a band. Yeah.
Freaky Friday, come on.
See, I'm hesitant to support Chris Brown anymore. I'm trying to turn the
Yeah.
corner.
That's fair.
He's such a Chris Brown. If you're listening, I apologize. You're a bad guy.
I heard he loves this podcast. Like he's a big supporter of the
Oh, no.
pre-launch of Let's Have a Podcast.
We lost a fan, but that's okay because I don't want Chris Brown as my podcast fan anyway.
Alright, are we out of time with Colin, or are we keeping time at all?
I'm keeping time.
Okay.
I don't really have a favorite band. Individual artists I listen to more. So when I think of band, I think of like a group,
Okay.
and I don't really have a lot.
So you're a big video game guy, right?
Yes. Is this an interview Colin podcast?
Why is that funny?
Because I feel like I'm getting drilled.
It's the hot seat, Colin.
All right, go ahead.
So what was your first experience with video games?
I got a PlayStation 2 when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Really?
So it would have been like 2000.
Interesting.
That's beautiful.
See,
PlayStation 2?
that's weird. 'Cause I got a PlayStation 1 when I was 3. So I guess it must have been after the PS2 came out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But continue. What was your first game?
I don't remember what my first game was.
Really?
I don't.
You were 4?
I was like 4.
Was it your
Wow.
brother's PS2 or?
It was like our families.
Okay.
And then I think my parents tried to play it and they didn't really like it.
So what's the first game you remember?
We had a Jurassic Park game, and I remember that. You had to run away from dinosaurs, but I don't really remember anything about it. I'll have to look it up. 'Cause I'm curious now.
I'm pretty curious now too. My family really didn't. We were more of a Nintendo family.
Yeah?
Growing up, we had a PlayStation. We had a PlayStation 2, but I really didn't play it that much.
What was your Nintendo system?
We had all of them.
Mm.
The NES or SNES?
Yeah.
Do your parents play video games?
They did not. I think they used to play Mario Kart
Hmm.
with us when we were younger, but
Nothing new.
not really.
That's too bad. I wonder. I'm curious how our kids are gonna play video games, or if they even do.
I'm gonna make my kids start out with like the SNES
Wow.
Make
really?
them appreciate.
Start from the
to
beginning.
not get them spoiled, you know.
I-
They have to
I
understand.
think that's so valuable though. It's kind of like giving your kids a Razr phone, like a Razr flip phone, because it just gives them appreciation for iPhones. And,
Yeah, they have to understand where it
Yeah.
came from.
You know how expensive finding an NES is going to be, though?
That's true.
It's
Well,
gonna be
maybe
so
like virtual
crazy.
or like on the
Yeah.
Switch have games.
Yeah, you can get
just
one of the
have them.
classic systems.
Or
Nintendo-
classic collection.
Yeah,
and
like
make them play
I have
that.
one of those.
But it's easier to
Yeah.
understand those games in the first place. That's really how you learn
Yeah.
how to
Yeah.
play. Like Mario, you can pick it up and play it when you're 3 or 4.
You really
It's pretty,
can.
it's just pretty simple.
Do you have another question? For
So,
Colin?
unless Saadan has another question for Collin, we can
divert attention.
divert to myself or Saadan. If you're ready to be drilled, we can go to you, or else we can go to me.
We can go to me.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
I can
Drill me.
drill you.
I don't like the way that sounds.
I don't either. Brings back bad memories from football.
Wow.
So Saadan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I just graduated from University of Kansas,
Where's that at?
Lawrence, Kansas.
What's your social?
I'd rather not say.
Just kidding.
That's
What does it
private
start- what does it start
information.
with?
I'm not gonna say.
Does it start with 6?
No.
Or 7?
What's the first number?
He said it's after a 5.
It
So
is after
It's after
above-
5.
it's
What's
6,
the
7, 8.
range?
It's 6, 7, 8,
Between
9.
6 and 9.
So
I'll give you that much. That's all I'm gonna say.
You can't tell us your first number.
I could. I'm just not going to.
Okay.
This is a big thing. People can
yeah,
backtrace this information and find out.
It's one number.
Chris Brown will release this podcast, and all of a sudden people will go to
We're gonna
Saadan.
be sued for like
Yeah.
defamation.
I can say that I think Chris Brown's a bad guy. That's not defamation. That's fine.
So then, how would you classify defamation?
I meant to say defamation.
Defamation.
Yeah.
Good. We learned it in business law, I think.
Mhm. Isn't it spreading untrue things about somebody?
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm not going to say anything, but if I said something that's not true about Chris Brown, then we could get sued, I guess.
Yeah.
But if I say I think Chris Brown's a bad person, I think that's fine.
I really like basketball. I really like football, and I really like video games. Kendall, that's a little bit about me.
If you could describe your ideal date, what would it be?
Day or date?
Date with a T.
I mean, any
Like January 2nd or like
No. So
July 3rd, my birthday.
July 3rd, really?
My birthday.
Nice.
What a selfish favorite date.
Wow.
Why not one that brings everyone happiness like Christmas?
How does my birthday not bring me happiness?
Who's bringing
Everyone
happiness
gets to
too?
celebrate me.
No.
So, like long walks on the beach, a candlelit dinner.
Yeah, what do you got?
I would say.
Where's your destination? Is it here in Kansas or is it like France or
For a
Greece?
dream date?
Yeah.
I think,
Well, I guess it's the question asker that should answer that.
yeah.
What's your stipulations?
Let's just go with America. Like, if you were to
So, like, in Lawrence. Like a regular random date.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
I mean, for me, I like to have the conversation. So I would just go for a coffee shop and, drink some coffee, get to know the person. That's what I enjoy, getting that connection emotionally.
That's your best date? Is to go to go to Starbucks and have a latte?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh,
What
interesting.
would yours be?
It wouldn't go to a coffee shop.
Yeah, what would you
It'd be
play
something
video
like-
games?
It'd
Play
be
Mario Kart.
It'd be something more like going and somewhere in our nature, like around in
That's
Lawrence,
fair,
and like
that's
go to a
fair.
trail or something.
Like Clinton.
Like by the Kansas River, there's like a
Yeah.
trail. But don't go at night because it's really
But it
creepy.
depends on
Yeah.
depends on the weather. It could be cold here.
Yeah. But in my perfect date, it's like
That's true.
March 17th, and it's beautiful wet spring weather.
That's nice. All right.
you still have.
I'm basic. That's me.
You're only at 3:30.
Got you. I'm ready.
So
Also, that's your first date, or is that like
That's
Yeah.
a first.
that's a first?
and
date?
so let's
Yeah.
say you're on an anniversary, and you could take
What year that matters, or month.
you're on your first
Oh, yeah.
anniversary,
Okay.
and you could go anywhere in the world or do anything. What would you go do?
I would like to go to Japan, but I don't know if that's a good date spot. That's just where I want to go.
Are you kidding me? If you took your girlfriend to Japan, I'm sure she'd be thrilled.
Yeah, that's true. But in this hypothetical situation, I'm not paying. It's just happening.
I guess that's true.
Or going to Italy. I always really liked Italy.
Yeah. You could have.
I'm done with this question. Let's go.
You could have pizza underneath the Sistine Chapel.
There you go.
Sure.
So let's see. Is there anything? Collin, do you have anything?
What was your favorite childhood activity and why?
I really liked eating bread when I was young.
That's your favorite activity is eating bread.
It truly was, because from the ages of probably 6 to 9, I would say, I came home every day. My mom made me a sandwich for lunch, so that's 2 pieces of bread. Then I would come home, I'd be hungry, there's nothing there. Everyone else would be playing outside in the neighborhood. I would sneak into my fridge, get pieces of bread, pour ketchup on it, and eat those.
You kept your bread in your fridge?
Maybe not the fridge.
Oh, okay.
I went to the fridge for the ketchup.
Got it.
Get bread, just pour ketchup on it, eat it. Come back in an hour, get bread, pour ketchup on it, eat it.
Now, when you say get bread, is it 1 piece of bread, ketchup on it, eat it, or is it like
1 piece of bread?
Okay.
But it would total up to like 6 pieces of bread a day.
A day?
Really?
Wow.
No one watched me.
Yeah, where's your
I would sneak
authority
by,
figures?
I would sneak by my mom and dad.
So, Saadan, what has been your, I don't know, maybe your favorite place to live?
To live?
Yeah.
Where have you been a lot of places? Where all have you been?
I've lived in Pakistan. Well, I lived there for 2 years. I was born there.
So you have great memories.
I don't really remember that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip past that. But Indonesia is where I live next, from 2 to 6.
I didn't know you lived in Indonesia.
New Jersey from 6 to 9. Then Arizona from 9 to like 15 or 16. And then Illinois for 2 years in high school. And I moved to Kansas for college. And my favorite place, I don't know, I think my favorite for myself was Arizona. But that's just because that's really where I grew up, from like 4th grade to sophomore year of high school. And so I really did a lot there. But I don't think that was the best city. I think the place I lived in Illinois, it's a town called Mundelein, was really nice. So maybe that would be the best place to live.
Okay. Well.
Is it your turn, Kendall?
Thank you for conversing.
Of course.
So, I guess we go to me.
Yep.
Go ahead. Ask Kendall a question.
What's your social security number?
What does it start with?
You said that though. I need the whole thing.
Wait, you said what's
number? It starts with a number in between 4 and 6.
What does it end with?
A number divisible by 3. We should just make riddles of our social security numbers.
9. No, that's so easy. Well, not easy, but easier. You go ahead.
Kendall, have you always lived in Kansas?
I have actually. I've always lived in the same town of Ingalls, in the same house.
Have you ever switched rooms in your house, or have you always lived in the same house?
I switched rooms for a while, and then I got scared at the basement, because that's where my brother was. And so I always slept on our main floor, and then once my brother went to college, I went and lived in the basement for a while. And then I felt really lonely. It was really dark down there, and so I think I got scared, so then I went back up. But my brother's 9 years older than me. Like, this wasn't a...
Why are you scared of your brother?
No, I was scared of the basement. I wasn't scared of my brother.
What's your dream job?
My dream job? That's a good question. Man, that's a good question. Should ask you guys that. My dream job would probably to become a podcaster now.
Sweet, bro.
To probably doing something with programming or data, and then on the side doing stuff with writing, and like writing books or something on the side
Right.
while I'm having a career or something. I think so. Just kind of combining those, I think would kind of be my dream combo.
Mm-hmm. And you have a book coming out, don't you?
I do.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I can.
Children's book.
What's the book?
It's called A Fish Out of Water. It's I don't think
A published book?
Yeah.
What?
I don't think it's on Amazon yet. It'll be on Amazon for sure within the next 3 days.
What's it about?
It's about it's about a fish named Roman. It's a children's book with illustrations. So I had to work with an illustrator the whole time, and he's from Massachusetts. Very good. And so the book is about a little fish named Roman who doesn't really understand why he's not as similar to the other school of fish. You know, he feels like he's really different than the other fish, and so he feels, I don't know, I guess he feels pressured to be like them, but he doesn't want to, and so then he goes on a little soul-searching adventure where he skips school and he just runs around the fish kingdom a little bit in this pond that they live in, and then he meets a human named Roger who kind of helps explain to him that like being different's okay, hence the title, like Fish Out of Water.
I had no idea that you wrote a book.
Right.
I will buy it. How much is it going to be, you know?
I have it listed as $7.
I will buy it for
Are you doing any
$7.
promotion for it or anything?
No.
Really?
It's kind of one of those weird deals because I want people to know about it. I know I probably shouldn't be doing that. I want people to know about it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I do, but I
I'm a
don't.
little nervous.
Yeah, maybe so. Like I don't want that to be the only thing that people know me as, I guess. Like people who don't know me as well. So
Is it like getting a paper copy or just Amazon?
well, you'll buy the physical book.
Really?
Yeah. So you'll get a physical. It's probably paperback. I'd imagine it might be hardcover. I don't know.
Very cool.
Wait, how did you procure a shot to make a book? Like, did you pitch it to somebody and they're like, yeah, let's do it?
So the thing, yeah, I love talking about this. I actually gave a speech about this very topic in my Comms 322 class, and then I basically told them like, hey, I wrote this book and like this is the process that I went and did with it. And so what happened was in October of like 2017, I think, I wrote this story. I don't even know why I thought of it or whatever, but I just kind of laid on my couch and I wrote it for a while. And then I was like, that's kind of a fun story, one of the cooler ones that I've probably wrote. And
Wait, do you write stories a lot?
I do sometimes. I talk to Saadan about it sometimes. I like to write. I think it's a good way for me to kind of clear my thoughts, and it's a way to kind of process the world, because then you can really see what your soul, I don't know what other word to use, but like what your insides are kind of thinking about how you view things around you.
Yeah.
And so then you can really see it on paper, and it kind of helps you understand yourself more. So it's kind of a form of self-reflection, if anything. But so the process with the book is I went through no publishing house. I think it's kind of the question that you're asking is about that. I went through no publishing house. You can do self-publishing on Amazon with pretty little effort. Like you could basically just take any file that you have and you can just go self-publish it. And it's pretty low key. Like you can make anything, make a Microsoft Word file and you could put it on there.
Oh.
But the really, really time-consuming aspect was we hired an illustrator.
Who's we when you say we?
Well, my dad was helping finance it.
Okay.
And so we found this guy, and he was from Massachusetts, and we liked some of his other work. We looked at some other children's books that he did. And so I've basically been in contact with him for like the last year of my life. So it's been kind of interesting to kind of watch the progression. But it should finally be finished. I've been saying it's really close for probably the last 4 months because I don't understand his timeline. But yeah, it should be able to actually have it probably by next week.
Next week, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna buy it if I find it.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. But yeah, it's really cool because then it allows me to kind of have a platform to talk about that subject too, and like how valuable it is for people to, you know, be okay to have inspiration and passions about
Sure.
things, and that's like the whole purpose of being a fish out of the water. Like, you know, like don't be afraid to be an individual. So
Interesting.
yeah,
I didn't know you wrote a book.
Yeah.
Is that your 5 minutes?
yeah, we went way over my 5 minutes. But if you guys have any other, like another question or something, I can answer that too.
I don't know. I don't have anything.
No worries.
How long is the episode?
So the episode right now is at 26 minutes.
I feel like we call it there.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys have any lasting? So if you could tell a loved one or a friend, this isn't depressing. That's kind of what it sounds like, but it's not. But if you could tell anyone any form of advice, you know, sentimental, funny, whatever avenue you want to take, what would it be?
tell anyone?
Yeah, and so I can start. So
Okay.
I went to a seminar with Dave Dillon. Like, do you remember hearing about all those?
Mhm.
And he really summarized a lot of stuff in just one sentence, and it was really profound what he said, because he said sometimes in life the most abused thing is free will, and that's such an interesting concept. And it's basically just, he was saying that people don't. He was doing this in reference to the Dillon's business,
Mhm.
and saying how people may not, you know, really strive to put one foot in front of the other and really try and do something. So, I don't know. Maybe you have something or maybe you don't, but I just always think it's a fun question to ask to see what people say, because you never know what people have heard.
Sean, go ahead. What's your advice?
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
It doesn't have to be a quote. Maybe you're just, you know, if you could tell a younger Saadan something. Let's say you're 15-year-old Saadan. If you could tell a 15-year-old Saadan anything, anything at all. If you could tell 15-year-old Saadan anything, what would it be?
I don't know. It's tough. It's just like, just like don't dwell on negative thoughts. That's a good thing. I just think that's good for everyone, really.
Mm-hmm.
But sure, that's mine. Go ahead, Collin.
That's good.
I think my advice would be to not take things so seriously and have fun. I think, especially when I'm younger, and I think a lot of younger, when you think about, you just kind of think that things are life and death, and you think that everything's kind of important.
Yeah.
But I just don't think you should take things so seriously, and be able to have fun with the things around you and yourself. Just take it easy, relax. Everything's gonna be okay. Just have fun.
Yeah, especially when you're young.
Yeah, I agree.
Stakes are so low.
Yep.
for everything.
I was very much.
I think everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone-
everyone goes through that. Yeah, I'm not special in that way. Everyone's that way.
You are special.
We're all special. We're all a fish out of water.
Oh, good time back.
So
Way to bring it all together.
this was the first
Not last.
and maybe not last podcast of this Let's Make a Podcast. So have a great day.